Subscribe to Career Story 60 and unlock your ChatGPT superpowers.
What if I told you that AI could now help you read a book, understand it deeply, and even build an entire presentation, all in one smooth flow? That's exactly what we are going to do today. I have combined three powerful topics in this video, and by the end, you'll not only know how to use ChatGPT more creatively, but you might just walk away thinking, why didn't I use this before? The same way. If you have been following me from day 1 to day 4, welcome back. If not, I highly recommend watching those sessions first. So we keep our step by step process AI curious to AI confident and start building AI habits. Drop in your comments if you want any specific workflow or topic. Now let's dive in. Let AI be your reading assistant, thought partner, and a presentation builder. Let's go. So we all have had that thought, right? That one book that we always wanted to read but we never did. There are too many books, not enough time. But what if AI could read it for you and help you turn it into something very powerful? Let's find it out. So, you all see this book, Atomic Habits? This is one of the books that I also wanted to read. So, what is this book all about? Let's ask ChatGPT and see what it comes up with. So, it tells me Atomic Habits by James Clear is a practical, science backed self help book focused on how small changes in habits can lead to remarkable results over time. The central idea is that tiny incremental improvements, that what Clear calls as atomic habits, compound and lead to major positive transformations in your life. What are the core concept? The power of tiny gains. Just by improving just 1% each day. Habits are the compound interest of self involvement. I was also talking about habits, isn't I? Wasn't I? We are talking about developing AI habits, right? Second point, the four laws of behavioral change. So, Clear outlines a framework for building good habits and breaking the bad ones. Cue, craving, response, reward. Also speaks about identity based habits, habit stacking, why habit fail. In summary, Atomic Habits is about small, actionable steps and a systematic approach to reshape your routines, change your identity, and ultimately improve your life, right? So, this is the whole book. Now, what I want to do today is I want to make a presentation, you know, a 10 slide presentation about this book. Now, you can also create probably a presentation about this book or some other book, or you want to create a presentation about some topic that you want ChatGPT to take help with. Let's see how we can do that. So this book is just an example for us. You want to create a big detailed report into a 10 slide, 5 slide presentation. Let's see how we can do that. My next question to ChatGPT is, I want to create a presentation in under 10 slides about this book. Let's have a conversation so that you understand all my needs, audience, and expectations, and then you can guide me about this presentation. See what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to have a conversation with ChatGPT. Remember from our day 4 video? It's just not direct straight away prompting, but you want to have a conversation. So I'm even asking it, let us talk. You start with your questions. Let's see what it comes up with. See, because I've told it presentation. Did I tell it who my audience are, what kind of content I want to prepare, what is the intention about it and all. Let's see if this is asking anything relevant to that. Yes, very good. It's asking who is my audience. Are they students, corporate professionals, educator? So my audience this time is corporate professionals. What is your goal with the presentation? Do you want to summarize the book? Do you want to inspire behavior change? Do you want to give some takeaways or facilitate a discussion on workshops? So I want to say inspire behavior change. Third, how much time do you have for presentations? So if you're aiming for a 5-minute overview, 15-20 minute talk or longer, so I'll say probably 10 minutes presentation or 15 minutes, right? Do you want visual simplicity or more depth? Do you prefer clean slides with a few words and strong visuals, or more detailed content? See, it's asking such nice, intriguing questions. That do you want few words, strong visuals? So let's see what my response will be. I'll give one by one. Any specific themes that you want to emphasize? Example: better habits at work, personal growth, consistency over motivation, and so on. So if I give this, it'll probably come up with something. Or I can ask even more questions. So let me give the response to all of it. So I've given all my responses to the questions. Let us see what this comes up with. Okay, it seems perfect. Your goals: audience is corporate professional, inspire behavioral change, time 10 to 15 minutes, slide should be modern, more detailed, content, okay, less minimalistic, very informative, right? Theme is building better habits at work and consistency. What this means for the presentation: we'll aim for practical insights professionals can apply at work. All right, good. I want that. Number two, actionable frameworks. That means all the workplace behaviors. Clear is the author of the book. Next, third point is focus on consistency. How to make change stick to us. Not too theoretical. Real examples, relatable, and then 9 slides plus one optional Q&A discussion. Now, what it says, next step, suggested slide flow. So, here's the proposed 9 slide outline. Okay, slide 1, atomic habits, small changes, big results. Slide 2, why habits matter at workplace. Slide 3, the core idea of atomic habits. Slide 4, habit loop, how the habits can be developed, and all of it. Slide 6, slide 7, slide 8. Now, it's asking me, does this structure feel right to you? If yes, then I'll go ahead and create this. I think I'm happy with this, so I'll just say right now, I'll say okay, yes, I am happy with your approach. Awesome. So it's going to create. Now, see, we can use Canva, we can use different other tools for creating presentations. Even Copilot, Microsoft has that, presentation tool. Sorry, Copilot enabled in that. There's so many others, but I prefer a Chat GPT or a Perplexity or a Claude kind of a reasoning thing, so that it gets exactly what I want. That's my preferred way. And then once I have all the slide info, content laid out, then I start copy pasting that in my slides. Then I clean up my slide, then I make it pretty how I want to do that, right? That's all after work. That's my style. You want to pick up something else, there are 100. Ask Chat GPT, what are the top 10 presentation tools available. It could be top 5, there are other better ones. You use all of them, whichever is you're already using, whichever ones you're more comfortable with. Okay, so it's given me this slide 1. It's given a title slide, atomic habits, small changes. All right. Slide 2, why habits matter at the workplace. Up to 40% of our actions are habitual, not decisions. Workplace habits shape productivity, communication, leadership presence, team culture, and small behavioral tweaks. Then it is also saying you do not. It has not given a lot of speaker points. Okay, I'll come to that. Then slide 3, the core idea of atomic habits. Okay, then slide 4, the habit loop. Slide 5, slide 6, slide 7, slide 8, slide 9. All right, and optional. Um, I will, because we want to have a conversation with it, right? So let's have the next step. I'll say, I need the speaker notes for each slide. Let's see what this comes up with. So now it's giving me speaker notes. Slide 1. Hi everyone. Thank you for being here. Today, I'm sharing insights from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, a powerful, practical guide on how small changes in our routines can lead to remarkable results and so on. Boring. I didn't like it. Let's anyway go to slide number 2. We often think of major performance improvements as the result of big changes, but the research shows that 40% of what we do is habitual. Again, boring. I'm not happy. I'm thinking that everything is boring, so I'll say it's too boring. Make this make this gripping, and let there be a hook for each slide speaker notes, because it was boring, right? Let's see what this comes up with. Okay, mini story. So what was the first one? Let's go to that. So the first one which it gave was, hi everyone, thanks for being here. Today I'm sharing insights from the book Atomic Habits by so and so, a powerful practical guide. This was the speaker notes. Let's see if it has made it into a better one. This now revised speaker note. Quick question. Why do brushing your teeth, checking your phone, and how you handle your first email of the day, all of that have in common. They are habits. And today we are going to see how tweaking just a few of them can radically change how we work. Good. I like this because it started with a nice opening question. See how a boring speech, a presentation could be made into a nice opening hook by ChatGPT. This other tools may not be able to do that. That's why I prefer ChatGPT here, or Claude, or Google Gemini, or whatever. Okay. Slide 2. What did it make a change here? Why habits matter? Raise your hands if you are ever in a New Year's resolution and completely ignored it by February. Yes, most of us. You're not alone. All right. Now remember what it gave. Let's go to slide 2 here. Earlier one. See, this was boring one. We often think of major performance improvements as a result of the big changes, but the research showed that 40% of what we do is habitual. This means that boring. Slide 3. Let's see. The core idea of the book is deceptively simple. Small improvements done consistently compound over time into big results. Just 1% of the improvement. So and so. Again, too boring. Let's see what it has done to slide number 3. Did it pep it up? Slide number 3 hook. Imagine getting just 1% better every single day. You won't notice it next week. But in a year, you'll be unrecognizable. That's the magic of habits. They compound. See? Nice. So I like it. I got the speaker notes. I got all of it. I will teach you how to make stunning presentations in a matter of just a few minutes with this kind of methodology, and how to use awesome infographics. But that's all for tomorrow. Why am I exploring this topic a little bit more? If you want to get to the core of any book, or any research topic, or a financial report, a statement, or anything that has a lot of things to read, and you want to do that in under 10 minutes, then this technique can flip the script. Let's try. What we're going to do now is ignore the presentation, because we're going to do that tomorrow, right? We're going to come back to the book. Now this time, don't just think about a book as a book. Think of a research paper, think of a financial report, think of a large PDF, think of your own textbooks, anything, right? Now you can put that information on ChatGPT and start searching. So what I'm trying to do now is, who would benefit most from reading Atomic Habits by James Clear? I'm asking another question about the book only. Let's see. So it's giving me about that book. Who will benefit, right? It will benefit the professionals and corporate teams. It's going to benefit entrepreneurs and creatives. It's going to benefit students. It's going to benefit people in transition, new roles, goals, and all that. So it's a lot of things, right? It's going to benefit. Now that's just one of the questions that I wanted to check with ChatGPT. But let's get a little more creative. What I'm going to ask right now is, imagine I have 60 seconds at a dinner party and I have to explain the core of this book, Atomic Habits, to someone who has never heard about that. Give me a pitch. Let's see. Can it be more creative? Absolutely. This is the pitch it has given. You know how we all set big goals, get fit, get organized, be more productive, but we rarely stick to them. Atomic Habit flips that on its head. The core idea is that it is not about huge changes, it's only about tiny ones consistently. James Clear shows how even 1% improvement each day compounds into something massive over time. He breaks down how habits really work: cue, craving, response, and reward, and gives you a system to build better ones and break the bad ones. So it has given me a 60 seconds pitch. Isn't this just amazing? Did you even think about that you can read a book in under 60 seconds? Let me try one more now. This is, if Atomic Habit book was a guide to solve a major problem. All right? Then what would be the framework to address it? Let's try this one. Great. The punchy answer. The problem: why can't I stick to good habits or stop bad ones, no matter how motivated I am? People struggle with consistency, rely on willpower, and fall to old routines. All right. The solution. So, four-step framework: cue, craving, response, reward, make it obvious, and all that. So, it's trying to break that whole book down to you in very, 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 very simple terms, right? Because you don't have the time to read that book. Let's try one more in a very different way. I'm asking, what is the worst advice somebody could follow if they were trying to do exactly the opposite of what this book, Atomic Habit, recommends? So I'm trying very, very creative, something very, very different. Great twist. This is fun. Very nice. Worst advice: go big or don't bother. Wait until you're highly motivated. then make massive changes at once. Does it really happen in our lives? Do we go big all of a sudden? Or have we become big all of a sudden? Right? It's all small habits that has made us to what we are today. All right? Or we'll just wait for that big idea, big motivation, and then one day we'll flip everything out. No. Why this is a terrible advice? It ignores the power of compounding. It relies on motivation. See how different we are thinking about what a book could be, right? So
So, this is
now,
your homework for today. Now, you try this prompt. I'm looking for clever ways to get the essence of this book, or probably some other book, or a report, or a news article in just 5 to 10 minutes. This you prompt, you put it in ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, and see what kind of results. And keep trying different options so that you get in 5 to 10 minutes a lot about that book. And in 1 week, I can assure you, you'll be reading more than 3 to 4 books and getting that knowledge, right? Okay, so in just one smooth flow, what did we do today? We silently explored how to read a book, not just skim it, but truly understand it. We crafted 60 seconds pitch. We refined our speaker notes very creatively. We even had meaningful conversations with ChatGPT from last week, what we took over, right? So, this wasn't about reading only a book, this was about reimagining how we learn, think, and use AI. Okay. So, this isn't cheating, it's about accelerating insight and saving your brain for the creative stuff. Imagine doing this weekly, one book, one idea, one pitch, and you become your team's idea machine. All right, what book are you going to read today? Subscribe for more.